Put a nice screen on.
And the train and everything. I think the Democrats sent that train. You want to say something? They did not get this gene from me. They're like, what's happening here? It's okay. It's okay. So my husband is elk hunting right now, so he couldn't be here. And then I have a son playing, practicing football, so he couldn't be here. So thank you, Todd and Leah. They always welcome me in this place and never say no. And during COVID, they always said yes as well. And when I asked them if we could have the Protect Kids petitions here, they said, where do you want to be? Any day of the week you can come. So thank them for that as well. And John Anderson. I mean, what can I say about this guy? Him and his wife always say yes as well. So thank you. Sam, Frazier, and Shumay. Wow. They're the best event planners. This is not me. This is them. I just showed up. So my mom's for Liberty Crew. Where are you guys? Stand up. A warm welcome. I was not going to lead this group, but somebody stepped down and they said, you step up. And I said, heck yeah, I will. Protect liberty and parental rights? Sign me up, baby. And I just want to give a couple of shout outs. If you are not a member of CPAN, Colorado Parent Advocacy Network, sign up immediately. FAIR, Lori is here. Foundation Against Intolerance and Racism, she's been in this battle with me for forever. And Grandparents for Kids. These are the people that are leading the way. If you are here running a race right now, we got Daryl Gibbs right here. He's gonna speak in a little bit. We've got Kevin Van Winkle here. We've got Dave Gill here. These are some fierce patriots that are fighting for you guys. We've got Weston Eimer here, Laurel Eimer here. I hope that I'm not forgetting anyone. They're fighting for you guys super hard. If you're a district captain, a PCP, or anyone that's walked doors in my district, please stand up. I'd love to thank you. Barbie, Chris, Ed Rhodes, thank you guys. Man alive, thank you for believing in me. I'm not gonna get choked up. These boys. Let me tell you, the anxiety that comes home when they have to tell me what happens the first day of school isn't pretty. They're like, Mom, please don't call the principal the first day of school. And I'm like, it's gonna happen. We went to Shake Shack. I'm like, what happened on the first day of school? Will, bless his heart, is not here. I'm like, who asked for your pronouns? And they're like, they all look at each other like, who's gonna tell her what's gonna happen? And Will just kind of smirks, and I know it's gonna be him. Cole usually knows. I think his teachers know by now. He's a senior. And Jacobs had been Franklin, and they have all been warned. So they're usually a little bit better. So I just want to give a quick story. I don't love going to events where you have to listen to a politician belabor the point. It gets old, I get bored, I yawn a lot, so I'm not gonna do that. So I just wanted to tell you guys a little bit about how I got here. I grew up in the Deep South where it's fiercely red and patriotic, and we have traditions, and people love America, and I love that. And then I met this guy who wanted to move me to Colorado, and I was like, dang it. What's Colorado like? And I'm like, it's beautiful and it's red. And I'm like, sign me up. And then we got here and I started raising my family, and something happened, and it turned blue, and I don't really know what happened. So I started raising my children and got busy like all of us, because Republicans work and we're not busy in politics, and I'm part of that problem. So I married the love of my life. We've been married for almost 27 years now. He puts up with so much stuff. You guys should send him flowers, because this is a lot to deal with. We suffered through horrific infertility for 4 years, couldn't have children, and tried and tried and tried.
Deep breath.
Love you, Brandi.
It's okay.
And after 4 years, we lost our only daughter. But we were blessed with 4 amazing boys. Who are pretty amazing, because if they weren't, the liberal media would have a field day on me. And I'm so blessed that they have turned out so amazing. I just am so cherished to have 4 boys there. They love the Lord, and I'm so thankful that Jay and I got something right. So I'm just blessed beyond. Cole is a senior this year, Will is a sophomore, Jacob is in 8th grade, and Tyler is somewhere. That child is his mama. God bless him. He's gonna need all the help he can get. I graduated from Regis in 2002. I got a degree in physical therapy. It's the best job that this Lord could have ever given me. I love it more than life itself. So in 2021, when I said, Lord, my children are self-sufficient, what would you like me to do? And I honestly thought he was gonna give me a heart towards the homeless population. I prayed a lot about it. I said, let me help you, equip me to help you. And he said, I think you should go into politics. And I was like, no, sir, you got the wrong, I think I was sitting next to somebody in church too close. I don't know. I think he got the wires crossed. But in the middle of all of that, I had really gone towards the school board. I'd been fighting. I will tell you guys, I never had been to a caucus. I didn't even know what that was. I was like, what? To spell that for me? I had never gone. I didn't know what a delegate was. I thought a PCP was a primary care physician. I didn't know any of those things. I just voted straight down the ballot. I just voted Republican. I got involved. I knew how to vote, but I didn't know anything really about politics other than that. So I didn't really understand what God was calling me to do. And I was scared out of my mind, I will tell you that. I was running against a city councilman. I just knew that the Lord called me to it, and I knew he was gonna equip me to do it. After a lot of prayer, a lot of due diligence, a lot of trying to learn, I knew that he had called me to sacrifice and to do that. And we just had a sermon the other day that told me, and I was like, God, I could have used this 2 years ago, but thanks. God calls you to put your plan in pencil, and he calls you to put your purpose in pen. And I carry this pencil around with me because it's so true, right? God calls you to put your plan in pencil because he sees bigger things for you, things that you can't even possibly understand. And now just finishing 2 years later, I see what he was calling me to do. I didn't think that I could do it, but man, now I know I can. And I wonder what God is thinking. I wonder what God is calling you guys to do, to step out of that comfort zone and face your fear and do it. Because I never would have done that. And I'm so thankful that I have. I think that he has put this mouth on me for a reason. It's funny, we get out of church sometimes and I'll say something and my kids are like, geez, we just left church. And I say, I am Holy Spirit and hellfire all in one. And I am perfectly imperfect, and God still has a lot of work to do on me, and those are the people he uses, so leave me alone. I have a lot more to say. I know you guys are worried about the state of the country, and I am too. We see Venezuelan gangs taking over Aurora. We see crime rampant all across our state. I am trying like heck to help with that. I think we're at the tip of the spear. I know that I believe in hope, I really do. I see this room full of people that want this change. I don't think all is lost in Colorado, or I wouldn't have signed up for another 2 years to run for election. And I will tell you why. Because I would want to come and I would want to hear a candidate speaking and give you hope as well. And so this is what I came up with, because you guys all watch the news and you don't need me to list off all the bad things that are happening. I think what they did not count on is radical feminists, progressive left, unaffiliated, and Republicans coming together, because they are now coming after our children.
Yes, yes.
They are coming after our kids. They are coming after our girls. And we are going to unify and say, the hell you are. They started passing ridiculous legislation that allowed teachers, counselors, and others to transition your children without your consent. The Biden administration tried to change Title IX to allow boys to play in girls' sports. And now you have porn-addicted men thinking that it's okay to walk inside women's restrooms and change in front of girls in their locker rooms. And it's not gonna happen. And you have rapists and violent sex offenders pretending to be women so that they can violently rape women in prisons, and we will have no more. Standing together to say that it's not okay to tell gender-confused kids that boys can be boys and boys can be girls and girls can be boys. That is wrong, it's demonic, and it's child abuse. And we are gonna fight back. Anti-discrimination doesn't mean gender identity trumps my religious freedom or compelled speech. And we are going to start hiring lawyers to go after these radical people that are abusing their children. So I will tell you, be hopeful, because there's a room right here full of fierce patriots that have had enough. And I will lead the fight, because we ride at dawn, Ellen. We ride at dawn. So in short, thank you for believing in me, for giving me money when I know it's hard. Inflation is ridiculous, property taxes are through the roof. So for you just to even be here, I am humbled. Know that I am humbled. I appreciate you more than you know. Thank you for walking for me, for knocking doors for me, for putting your signs in my yard, for wearing a button or a shirt. I will not always get it right, but I promise you, I will always try, and I will never stop fighting to defend the Constitution and the greatest country on this earth. You deserve it, and your kids and grandkids definitely deserve it. So join me, because God will equip you too. Thank you.